Hey guys, it's me, Hannah Payne here. And yes, this is another Disney princess book. And yes, it's another Read 'em on video. So, the book is called Rapunzel, A Day to Remember. So, let's start with Chapter 1. Chapter 1. Rapunzel sighed happily as she walked through a charming village. Her very, 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 very long golden hair shone in the bright sunlight. A few village girls had woven Rapunzel's long locks into a thick braid. With her hair up and out of the way, Rapunzel was free to explore the town. Her chameleon, Pascal, a thief named Flynn Rider, and Maximus, a royal guard horse, were by her side. Rapunzel swung her arms out wide and twirled in a circle. It was wonderful to be out. It was wonderful to be out walking. She was used to spending her days in a tower. She had lived in one for nearly 18 years, with only Mother Gothel and Pascal. Mother Gothel had always told her it was too dangerous to go outside the tower, and had never let her leave. So Rapunzel had decided to sneak away while Mother Gothel was gone. "I love this town," she cried. "There are so many people. They seemed happy and helpful, not mean." She looked around, taking in the scene. Mother Gothel was definitely wrong about this place. She is always telling me people in town aren't so kind. Pascal held on tightly to Rapunzel's shoulder as she spun around. If it were up to him, he and Rapunzel would be still in the tower. He was feeling a little unsure about all this adventure and about being far from home. You really don't get out much, do you?" Flynn asked. He raised one of his dark eyebrows and grinned. "No," Rapunzel replied. Her green eyes were wide with excitement. "I don't." Her plan to leave the tower for a couple of days was turning out even better than she imagined. Even though Mother Gothel had warned her about Flynn, Rapunzel felt that she could trust him. She glanced at Flynn, who was looking over his shoulder. There were wanted signs with his picture posted all over the kingdom. He had to be careful. He was wanted for his latest heist, stealing a jeweled royal crown. This was not the best place for him to be strolling about. He had made a deal with Rapunzel. He'd showed up at her tower and she'd captured him, he thought. He could charm her, but Rapunzel didn't care about his good looks or his dazzling smile. At least he liked to think it was dazzling. Instead, Rapunzel had hidden the stolen crown, and he demanded he take her to see the floating lanterns that appeared in the night sky. In the night sky every year on her birthday. If Rapunzel was true to her word, he would soon have the crown back. Flynn watched Rapunzel dancing in the streets with some of the villagers. Not a bad bargain, he thought, though, he could have done without the frying pan to his head upon arriving at the tower. And now Rapunzel was exploring the village near the place. She turned and saw Maximus bringing up the rear. "Come on, Max," she said, urging the horse on. I bet I can find you a carriage around here." Maximus's ears twitched. He wasn't sure he had gotten himself involved with this village tour, but the snack sounded good to him. He neighed happily. Maximus had been doing his royal duty, chasing Flynn and the stolen crown. Then he met Rapunzel. She told him that every year on her birthday, she watched the sky from her tower and wondered about the lanterns. Her only dream was to see the lanterns and find out what they were all about. Sorry. "I can't believe how many stores there are. I can't believe how many stores there are," Rapunzel said. She ran along sidewalks decorated with royal purple flags. There was a pastry store, a clothing store, and oh look at this! She raced across the street. "A whole store for books." Flynn nodded. "It's a village," he said, rolling his eyes. "Villages are usually full of stores." "Is there something that you want to buy?" he asked Rapunzel. They had some free time before that night. Maybe you'd like to go into maybe you'd like to go into one of these stores. Rapunzel said. The music stopped and she tapped her finger on her chin. She had never actually gone shopping before. Every once in a while, Mother Gothel had gotten her new clothes, a book, or paints, but Rapunzel had never been inside a store. She hadn't even imagined going into a store by herself to pick up what she wanted. What should she get? A new dress? Food? Books? If only Mother Gothel could see her now. A man was standing next to a vegetable cart. A man was standing next to a vegetable cart on the corner. On the top of the cart was a large bunch of carrots. When the man saw Rapunzel, he sprang into action. "Would you like some fresh vegetables?" he asked kindly. "They are from my farm outside the village," he smiled. He had not sold anything all day and was getting anxious. "Best produce in town," he said with a wink. Rapunzel was surprised at this man would ask her if she wanted vegetables. She blushed. "You are so kind," she said. She pointed to the carrots. "I think my friend Maximus will love a carrot." "Thank you," the man nodded and handed Rapunzel a carrot. "Here you are, my lady," he said. "Thank you, kind sir," Rapunzel replied. She took the carrot and turned to give it to Maximus. The horse gobbled up the treat, impressed that Rapunzel was true to her word, even though he hadn't known her for a long time. He liked her from the start. "When I make a promise, I never break it," Rapunzel told the horse. She scratched his long nose. Then Rapunzel kept walking. She didn't realize she had to pay for the carrots. She thought that the farmer was just being nice. Flynn saw that the man's friendly smile had given way to a frown. He wanted his money. Maximus glared at Flynn. He knew that Flynn was a thief. He didn't want any stealing on his watch. Nosing the horse reactions, Flynn decided to have to pay for the carrot himself. He flipped some coins to the man without Rapunzel seeing. When Flynn caught up with her, she smiled at him. "I knew Mother Gothel was wrong. I knew Mother Gothel was wrong about people. The man was so nice to give Maximus a carrot." Flynn grinned. "Yes, it was very big of him. That girl really has spent a lot of time alone in the tower," he thought. "There's so much to explore," Rapunzel said, running ahead. "Come on, let's see what's around the corner. Come on, let's see what's around the corner." Looking over at Maximus, Flynn raised an eyebrow. He'd never known anyone who found walking through town so exciting. Pascal noticed and turned red. That Flynn was no good.